All right, here's our famous yoga mat done. And look at that baby. Got the Om sign. Got my picture on it. Doing my yoga pose. And then we got the tree of life. This yoga mat is made out of hemp. This is what it's all about. It's all about having fun. So once again, let's look at my new yoga mat. And it's more than just a mat. See, I'm not even going to put nothing else out there. It serves as a blanket. I was wearing it as a cape. It's not slippery. Made out of hemp. I got the Om sign here. But look at my logo. That's me. Then we got the tree of life. But this is awesome embroidery work. My own yoga mat. I'm so happy. It's time to use it now. We're going higher and higher. Peace. It's all about having fun on the journey, because the journey don't quit. There is no destination. You're doing this for life. But there's this word they're coining around now. Consciousness. Let's go back to there. And in ancient times, they said everything is mental. Now, even though we're using that word consciousness, mental and consciousness is the same thing. They just try to use something else. My mother said that she hated that word consciousness because it's like they're common science. And thought comes from Thoth in Egypt. Thoth is given the credit for bringing up education, medicine, learning. That made things slow down. A thought did it. Once we became conscious, we created that. That's what thought is. It ain't got nothing to do with no ancient god like that. It's your thought. And in Egypt, Greece, they changed his name to, I believe, Hermes or something. Same being. They just changed the name, dealing with the culture. That's why they give him credit for medicine and all that. They ain't got nothing to do with it. Come from the thought again. Thought. Oh, man. So the Breatharian knowledge, what is it teaching? It's already been teaching consciousness. At the end of the day, it's consciousness. The way you think is going to determine how the organism is functioning. You need some knowledge. Knowledge is food. Knowledge is power. And we got a battle of award right now, or it's been going on. It just ain't happening. That's why when you look at the fall of Genesis, that was a war that took place. And it had nothing to do with no physical weapons. Somebody went to sleep due to their consciousness. Somebody put them to sleep and made sure they stood asleep through being stupid. You can be blinded. Just because you got eyes don't mean you can see. Somebody can make you blind just from some words. Protein. You don't even know what it is. What's that fish oil again? Omega-3. I gotta go get fish oil so my brain can work. There's millions of people don't even eat fish. They walking around. That don't even make sense, but somebody said it just now on TV, got a lab coat on. They don't even eat it. They just making sure their bank account is getting big. But we falling for it. Made people blind, ignorant through some words. And then here in India, they got, now this is the big one. Vitamin D coming from the sun. And they got a deficiency. Go on here in India. How can you have a vitamin D deficiency? You got one of the brightest suns on the planet. That don't even make sense. But somebody, it's the war on words. Somebody said it. And it's taking place. I asked one man, who told you got vitamin D deficiency? The doctor. Do you feel bad? I didn't feel nothing at first. I know you didn't feel nothing. He told you that. Oh, man. But in his mind, he got vitamin D deficiency. And I bet he don't. He in the sun working every day. How you get vitamin D deficiency? That didn't make sense. Somebody lying. Put them to sleep. Made them blind over some words. And he running around got symptoms on something that don't even exist. And they've been had that in America. What was his name? Dr. Africa. That was his name. You ever heard of Dr. Africa? Well, peace and blessings. He just passed away not too long ago. But he been saying, and they in the medical profession, they have been changing to that, how somebody could be on medication, but their genetics and their biology functions differently. And just because it didn't meet those numbers, you can have them on medication and they shouldn't be on no medication. Because people's bodies do bring in different energies due to your genetics. But they only did a certain standard that everybody's supposed to meet. And that don't make sense. So that's getting crushed more and more. So I'm glad we at least waking up to that and changing. But dealing with consciousness, this is real important. Now, a lot of your speakers today is talking about how you create your reality. They straight going into it. And just because you got some knowledge, it's amazing that it'll work for some people, but some people it won't. Have any of y'all ever heard that The Secret? That came out, The Secret, create your life and just believe, and blah, 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 blah. Well, millions of people listen to it. That don't mean millions of people benefited from it, right? Thing number one. But I did meet a guy that said, that's the book that helped me. Or that's the knowledge that helped me. Why did it help him? Now, he gave me the story, too. He said he was in his mother's basement, depressed, had a degree, couldn't move nowhere, but when he heard that, he started to apply it. He listened to it over and over again. And then the next thing, I'm in his house, and I was in Chicago, and he had a beautiful house, this and that, but he was blaming it on The Secret. That's what got him there. Why did it work for him? You can't say it didn't. That's his testimony. But the key is, he said he listened to it over and over again. Something got in him to where he believed in his power. And he put it to use. Now, I met some other woman who told me, she said, I done tried everything there is to try to get some money. And it just ain't worked. She said, I just think some people were just doomed, that's what she was pointing out herself, to be in this condition. What do you think? And I didn't even know her long. About an hour talking to her, I could see why she was in that condition. She was negative, didn't believe in herself, blah, 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 blah. I could see. But the other guy, he had an ego out of this world. Well, I wonder it worked for him. He was just depressed for a minute in his mother's basement. That's all he needed to hear was to jumpstart him. You can do it. You can, over and over again. Well, I wonder. It worked for him. So the same with the Breatharian knowledge, some people want somebody to hold your hand and walk you through it and make them into a Breatharian. That's not going to work. It got to be a certain type of mentality. They want to transform themselves. They know they can. When I picked up the knowledge and it came to me, I was already in the holistic lifestyle. And I said to myself, if I lost 20 pounds and over 10 kilos off of what I was doing before, I could pull this off. I knew I could. I already transformed myself before I got into the knowledge. I was already fasting once a week. It was easy. I was already on a diet change that I was sticking with it. I said, I could pull that off. I don't need to hear no more. I looked at her words, I didn't even understand what they were saying. They was talking mythical to me. That's how they wrote it. You're the third day, the angels will come and meet you and all of this stuff. I never seen no angels with no wings and harps and stuff. I ain't seen no stuff. I wasn't expecting it. But that's how they was writing books back then. People still using that language. I don't use that language. Just open up your heart. What did that mean? I'm trying to open it and stuff. What they talking about? I don't know that language. I'm down to earth. Until I figured out, let me put this chicken down. That's how I'm going to open up my heart so it could beat a lot more efficiency. That's what I understand. I'm just being real with it. My thoughts changed. I felt more love. The chicken made me think differently. I was hating people, hating myself. Oh, I can see now. That's what opened up my heart to me. Now I start doing qigong, holding up the hands, the heart start beating, sweating, and pretty soon more energy flow. Oh, that's opened up my heart. I had some work to do. Now, the other thing I ain't understanding, just love people. It was hard when I was all clogged up. Now, it ain't that I love people anymore. It's just I can tolerate them more because I feel good. I don't care. Right? But I didn't feel good, there was an argument was going to take place. Right. I ain't feel good, they ain't feel good. We shouting at each other. Now I just overlook it. Oh, whatever. Go walk the beach. I'm all right. So I ain't worried about it now. But consciousness, so Breatharian message. A holistic lifestyle, which is mind-body connection. Science now is talking about consciousness. Like I said, these speakers like Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, Tony Robbins, all of them is talking about this thought process you must have in order to be successful. Here we go. But if they're talking about consciousness, where do subconscious come in at? What is that now? That's another mystery, ain't it? Or is it? But sub, this is the key, means below something. The Breatharian knowledge is coming straight up with it, saying it's talking about the physical body. The body is your consciousness. There is no separation from mind and body. Who told you that? Well, I know where you got that from. Just like they was lying about omega-3, the scientists, spirituality been lying too. It's been hijacked. If it got so much power, it should have been ruling the planet. It should have. We might as well say it. Your God that powerful should have stopped all the bombs. It ain't do nothing. Just keep on praying. They'll get there soon. We ain't talking like that no more. It's mind-body connection. And like I said, spirituality is dealing with the expansion of consciousness, so we're getting back into our bodies. Going back to what I was saying, when I had a certain type of diet, just the basics, I was getting kicked out of my body. How did I know it? I couldn't hardly breathe. I was gaining weight. I had aches and pains. I was getting kicked out. And if I would have continued, I'll be dead. And I could boldly say it. I got friends my age now, they ain't with us no more due to health problems. All over the place. The older you get, the more people you're going to see die. That just comes with the territory. So we talk about immortality, you might as well get used to it. You might as well be nice to people because you know they ain't going to be here long. They transient beings, here today, gone tomorrow. Don't cry after they gone. You already know they leaving. Oh, man. Now, listen at this. So the subconscious is the body. That's what we're saying. And we're going to prove it. We got to prove our stuff. All right, where's that subconscious at? And this comes out of the psychology studies. Oh, man, where am I? See, I'm all over the place. Oh, here we go. Who want to read for me? Or do I need to read? Oh, good. Especially if you can read my writing. The subconscious mind. Now listen at this. And it's these play on words, but we're going to break it down real slowly so we can bring it all the way back to oneness, because we're dealing with a unity consciousness. See, everything is one. Einstein was saying everything is energy. He broke it down. He basically saying unity consciousness. Whether if it's dense or subtle, it's one and the same thing. It's light. One is just propagating more denser than the other one. An X-ray, a gamma ray, an infrared ray is all the same light. They're just going at different wavelengths. Oh, now the subconscious. Night. Is that night? Day and night. To make, oh yeah.
Okay. So the title says subconscious mind.
Subconscious mind.
Huh? Yeah. Your conscious mind commands and your subconscious mind obeys.
Okay, your conscious mind, what does it say?
Your conscious
Commands.
mind commands subconscious mind, and subconscious mind obeys.
And it obeys. So your physical body obeys your consciousness. It just don't say, I want to go smoke a cigarette. It's obeying it. It ain't got no choice. So that's why when they wrote the scriptures, where they said that the wives supposed to what? Obey their husbands, they want to talk about a physical. The male always represents the consciousness. The subconscious represents the female. One is the receptive force, one is the giver. So the body should obey the consciousness. That's the marriage. That's why Shiva kept trying to find Shakti. Well, Shakti keep trying to find Shiva. She's going upwards. Shiva is coming down trying to find her. That's the great love affair till they become one. And they obey each other. That's the great marriage of the Lamb. So the consciousness is the commander, and the subconscious is the obeyer. All right, here we go.
Your subconscious mind is an unquestioning servant that works day and night to make your behavior fit a pattern.
All right, now just stop right there. Your subconscious is an unquestioning servant. It don't even fight back. That's what you want to do, is down with it. It's down with the game on what you want to create. You're a creator. This is the government. It ain't got nothing to do with people sitting up in the White House, the Blue House, or whatever house. This is it. At the end of the day. And your body is unquestioning anything you want to do. I know we say listen to your body. Yeah, it'll show a pain, say I'm hurting. But if you still want to go with the plan, what is it going to do? All it's going to do is just try to keep you alive and hope you make it. Oh, man. And it works both day and night. That's why you never go to sleep, really. When you are sleeping at night, your body ain't shut down. It's still working to keep you alive. That shows you immortal. You don't never sleep. Your brain never shuts off. That's why I don't know what they talk about, silence the mind. Now, I know what they talk about, but they ain't what people are talking about. They talking stupid. It never shuts down. That's why you just have to become the observer. You know, like Sadhguru said, you never try to stop your heart and your kidneys, do you? What you trying to stop your mind for is not going to stop. It always got electricity in it. Fired up. Ready to go. What you want to create now. That's what it's saying. What you want to do. Master. Well, I want to do something better for you today. That's what we did this morning. You was the commander. You did something different for the body, and it did it. It did the best it can. Didn't question back. Oh, man, this is good, ain't it? So it could be a breatharian if you make it into one. It's unquestioned. Oh, that's what you want to do? You don't want to eat that no more? All right. Master. But it makes a great servant, but a bad master, the body does. And everybody let the body command them around, and that's where the problem's at. They are disconnected. All right, let's roll. Now.
So the sentence wasn't complete, so I'll read it again, okay?
Yeah. And then when we was going into that other one, to make your behavior fit the pattern.
So to make your behavior fit a pattern consistent with your emotionalized thoughts, hopes, and desires, all your habits of thinking and acting are stored in your subconscious mind.
Everything is stored in your subconscious mind. Well, let's translate. Everything is stored in your body. They should have just been said as scientists, but they didn't say it. They got everybody on a wild goose chase again. They all talking consciousness, then every once in a while they throw in subconscious, and everybody still act like it's somewhere spooky. No, it's not. It's your physical body. Just like your brain is part of the body, the leg is. And then there's a word they use, Dr. John Searle. He says, he used the word biological naturalism. Biological naturalism. And he's saying that the brain is part of nature. Stop trying to act like it's not. And it's got neural processes of all your life experiences going through it. Stop acting like you're going somewhere else. Spirituality, it act like what? The material is one thing, but there's two worlds. And then there's this mental world. No, it's not a mental world. There's only one world. We're knocking it down now. That's why they got away with so much. It ain't been manifesting nothing. Oh, man. Did I say that? Yeah. We're going there. That's the only way you're going to achieve immortality. You got to start grabbing it back. And then the scientists, they try to say everything's material, but consciousness is an illusion. But we can't say it's an illusion. This is where you living at. You seeing through it. You having your life of experiences. You feel the sand. That's consciousness. You got it. Everybody else got it. So nobody got no edge on you, a rich person. Oh, he's a billionaire. So what? He got external things. You got consciousness just like he do. Oh, that person had more power than you. Absolutely not. Who told you that? Oh, man, did I say that? Yeah. But you just got dissected through some words. Who's ever educated you? They dissected everybody. You don't know where your power is at. This is all one. This is one. You can manifest anything you want to. And then go read that again one more time. Go all the way back.
Okay. Right from here?
But not all the way back. But where it works both day and night.
Your subconscious mind is an unquestioning servant that works day and night to make your behavior fit a pattern consistent with your emotionalized thoughts, hopes, and desires. All your habits of thinking and acting are stored in your subconscious mind.
Oh, man. You can meditate on that one. That's a mind blow. Your subconscious mind works both day and night. So when you're asleep at night, you're just not sleeping like that. That's why people have dreams. They try to interpret them. There's a lot of work taking place. It never sleeps. To take your behavior and its patterns to line them up on what you want to create next. Whether if it's good or bad, it don't care. That's why Yoga Nidra is so powerful. Dream yoga. Oh, man. To fit a pattern of all your behaviors, all your life experiences is going on right here. So that's why even when you start getting emotional healing, it's already stored in the body. You're just going in there, ripping it out, reliving the experience, changing the experience of it, the emotion of it, so you can bring more light into the body. Other than that, you could be blocked up from a trauma that's in your body, and you can't understand why you sick. And it was just a word somebody said yesterday, years ago. It's just that real. It's tangible. But this is it. The subconscious is your body. Oh, man. Now let's keep reading.
There's a term called karma in yogic culture, which is the memory from our ancestors and all in our DNA patterns.
Right.
And because of this memory, it's stored in our DNA, and based on that, we behave, act, or talk, or even look certain ways.
Right.
Yeah. So the memory is.
And they call it epigenetics now. We was talking about that.
Yeah.
You could have had a grandmother that went through a trauma that's affecting your health today. There's some people got eating problems and ain't got nothing to do with something's wrong with you. You could have had an ancestor that didn't have no food, that was starving, so they figured every time you get some food, you make sure you eat it to store it. All they care about is survival. So that's going on in a person now. They don't know why they're binge eating every time they can't put down food. It was due to what somebody else was going through, the memories in you. That's how you free up generational curses. No, it ain't you. It came from somebody else. It's a memory. Didn't they say that? This in the subconscious, this in the genes, in the genetics, in the DNA. And they just fly out of the air. We're talking about consciousness now. That's what the Breatharian knowledge is teaching. Straight up consciousness. But if you don't know what consciousness is, you're going to be unsuccessful. You think it's flying somewhere. I'm trying to reach a state of consciousness, and you look it up. A Buddhist consciousness, a Christ consciousness, you looking up in the air. It ain't up in the air. It's what you doing with yourself. You are consciousness. Whoa. All right.
Your subconscious mind is a powerful force to be reckoned with. It
Whoa.
makes up around 95% of your brain power and handles everything your body needs to function properly.
All right, stop right there. Oh, man, it's a force to be reckoned with. And it makes up 95% of your brain power. Now, they made a point to say that because these speakers out there today are saying your subconscious create 95% of your reality. That's why they all keep saying you got to go in and change your subconscious mind. You ain't thinking about it consciously, but the program is going on in you. So it makes up 95% of your brain power, right? Now listen at this. Because they're one. They just using play on words. See how we got to dissect it? To translate the language of the language you're already speaking, but don't know what it's saying? Oh, man, keep going. And how you read that last one? Yeah, because I stopped you.
Yeah. So it covers around 95% of your brain power and handles everything your body needs to function properly, from eating and breathing to digesting and making memories. Is this memories?
Yeah, memories.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And it handles everything. That's your physical body, ain't it? From eating, digesting, the memories. That's what it is. It's the physical body. That's what true spirituality is. That's why in ancient times, the first and second initiation, before you even go any further, is diet and exercise. You must get that energy flowing, get your mind stronger. Exercise is for the mind. It don't have nothing to do with the body. You ain't got no body. Whoa, this is your consciousness. Oh, man. Strange.
It is very strange being when you think
About it.
about it. Yeah. Okay.
It's a very strange being. Now look how they wrote that. They calling your body a very strange being. It's sort of like a symbiote. You ever see that superhero cartoon? They got a Venom. And he's like the Spider-Man counterpart.
You can really
Yeah, symbiote. He got this costume that got a mind of his own. So your body basically is like a symbiote. It got its agenda on the program it has in it. Your conscious mind is doing all types of stuff. You know, it's thinking. But it did program it. But that's why just because you read a book or read some new knowledge don't mean that this is going to pick it up. It's going off of that other agenda. That's how the only way to change it is through repetition. It understands that. That's the language of the subconscious. Oh, this is what you want to start doing now. Okay, this is what you want to start doing. One time ain't going to get it. That's why people give up on stuff all the time. It don't work for me. You ain't put enough time in. Subconscious ain't going to pick it up, so the universe ain't going to help you.
Also, there's an other way also. So one is repetition.
Right.
Another one is when we sleep and when we wake up, that's where we are in delta and theta state.
Right.
And this state is so powerful when the subconscious mind is very active, and when you use powerful affirmations or hypnosis, you can completely reprogram yourself. Like whatever desires or goals
Here we
you
go.
have in your life, you have hypnosis of it on YouTube. You put it while sleeping.
Here we
or
go.
You hear it before.
She just jumped the
sleeping.
gun on me. I was going there. Thank you. See, we know. Keep going.
Yeah. So when you use that hypnosis, which is full of powerful affirmations while sleeping, when you are in delta and theta state, or just when you are waking up, then you can completely reprogram your system, like you can reprogram a whole computer.
Like a whole computer. You are a computer,
Yep.
a biocomputer. We got to keep saying this over and over again.
Yeah.
I was just talking to some guru. He's my friend and stuff, but he got some good knowledge. He teach consciousness too. But every once in a while he gets slipping. And it's understandable. He'll say, that make it seem like we're machines or a computer. And I just look at him. He just don't know he's a machine and a computer. Because he can't, there's certain knowledge he can't go past because what his guru told him, and he said it so many times, it can't get out of him. Not yet. And we could be talking something, be on the same trail. And all of a sudden he'll lose it because his mind can't get past it. He a program. Very powerful. But whoever was teaching him once upon a time, it got in there till that program stops him. He can't get past it because he's not allowed. Fear.
And majority of people, what we do is we push our mind towards, like, I want to do this, I want to achieve this, and then they are trying to move their body, their mind. But then the secret lies in digging deeper into your subconscious, reprogramming it there, and then the mind body just follows it.
Thank you. That's where the secret's at.
Yep.
It ain't about the pushing hard. Just program the subconscious. It makes everything easier.
It's a servant, it just follows.
It's a servant. Unquestionable. Oh man, we got it now. So let's go back to that guy that had the secret. Well, I wonder it worked on him. I was just listening to him. He said, and I got that, and it made sense to me, and I played it over and over again in his mother's basement. That's where he was living.
Till that became a reality for his subconscious.
And then everything, once he did go into action, everything went into place.
Yeah.
He reprogrammed himself. That's why I worked. But that other poor woman, I tried everything when it comes down to
Because
money.
she was trying to do it with the mind, conscious.
Yep.
Yeah.
Didn't understand. But that negativity program she had, that was the dominant one. So it don't matter because she read something and did a technique. That ain't had nothing to do with it. That other overwhelming program still took over. Oh man, this is good. Oh, keep reading. My head about to explode.
So there are 3 levels of awareness. One is conscious, then there's pre-conscious, and then unconscious.
Well, that's getting into Sigmund Freud back in the day. We could skip him.
Okay.
He's cool, but we can skip him.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, hold on. Here we go.
Yeah. Summary of the most important ways to control your subconscious mind.
Now we're going into the summary on the ways to control the subconscious mind. This is very important if you want to have a better, successful life in everything. Because if that's the thing that's creating most of your reality, we might as well get a grip on it, huh?
For sure.
For sure. Or life will get away from you. You can't understand. And if energy's the foundation, because a thought is energetic now. Your mind is educated, the thoughts. We could go on and on. You better learn energy. Here we go. All right, these are the ways. Listen at this.
Learning how to stimulate communication between conscious and the subconscious mind is a powerful tool on the way to success, happiness, and riches.
Success, happiness, and riches. They ain't even playing. It's all in the subconscious again. I know people be beating up on poor President Trump on the way he think. But the way he think, that's why he's up where he's at. It's in his subconscious mind. You can't help it.
He's meant for it.
He's meant for it. He be, I gotta say it, I got the best. I got the best this. I got the best. It could be anything. That's how he talk. It just didn't happen. He ain't making it up. He don't even need a script. All right, let's roll.
Can you read that sentence again?
Yeah. Learning how to communicate Learning how to stimulate the communication between conscious and the subconscious mind is a powerful tool on the way to success, happiness, and riches.
Success, happiness, and riches. A powerful tool. This is just tools. These are just vehicles we're using. You want to drive the best vehicle possible in life because you're not going to get out of it. I mean, when you do get out of it, that's because it wrecked somewhere. You ain't got to get out of it. You can upgrade the vehicle. This is what we're talking about. So we can have success, riches, and happiness. That's powerful. Man. All right, let's roll.
So, how do we stimulate that communication between the conscious and subconscious mind?
So how do we stimulate the communication between the consciousness and the subconscious mind? Mind-body connection. That's basically what they're saying. Now, you see how they playing with words? The average person to read that, they don't think that's holistic lifestyle. They think it's something else. That's a holistic lifestyle. The mind, the conscious, and the subconscious must start communicating and be real with its intent. That's why when I told you that story about that young boy talking about he a nice man, but every date he's having is coming out sour, there's a miscommunication going on. What you're telling me consciously is not lined up with your subconscious body because the printout is your lifestyle. That's coming out messed up. There's a problem. But when we straighten out the problem, everything fell in place. Easy. The woman was already, when he ended up marrying, she was already in front of him. He couldn't see her. He was blind, couldn't even see her. She liked him and he didn't even know it. He was blind on some words. Oh, man.
Also, when we meditate, we open the subconscious mind, like the consciousness is expanded. And then when we come out of that meditation, then you use all that ideas, inspiration, and through your body you put it in action.
I love
That's
it.
how you communicate also.
I love it. See, meditation is the foundation. Don't we say that?
Yeah.
I ain't been hand stepping on the breatharian knowledge. I ain't say don't put no tape on your mouth. Meditation is the foundation. And I'm straight up saying it today. You program your subconscious, it's going to become easy. It ain't about fighting these other things. Everybody try to fast their way into it, but they ain't doing no meditation. The last program is still going off. You can't wonder why you keep going to IHOP and McDonald's and stuff. You can't get it out of your system. The program is going off. It ain't changed. All you did was just fast and got yourself skinny and you running back there to go fill her up again. You got to meditate to change the neural pathways. We can go all day long so they can communicate. They can become one. Oh, man. All right, let's read. Oh, wait till he go. Oh, man. This is good.
The subconscious mind
The subconscious mind
is a data bank for everything which is not your conscious mind.
is a data bank for everything that's not your conscious mind. They said data bank. It's a computer. That's all it is. It holds memory, all your life experiences. And let's don't even say the subconscious mind. Now, change it with the word body. See how the energy feels. Reread it, but say the word body instead of your subconscious mind.
The body is a data bank for everything which is not your conscious mind.
The play on words. The body is a data bank for everything that's not your subconscious mind or your conscious mind.
Is a data bank for everything that is not your conscious mind.
That is not your conscious mind. It's a data bank. It's storing it. They got it in there.
Secret lies right here. In
The
your
secret,
body.
this is it. And yoga been saying that. The secret is inside. But everybody, again, playing around. They saying good words. We got to go inside. And I'm looking at them. Where you going?
There's a story of a beggar who is sitting on a box and begging all the time. until he realizes he's sitting on a box of a gold, which says like the gold is within, but you're all like looking outside for it.
Mm-hmm. It is within, sitting on a box of gold. These are true life stories.
And begging outside.
And begging outside. There was a woman up in Alaska. She lived in this house for 20 years. This is a true story. Didn't know she had diamonds in her backyard till somebody knew what they were. She had a diamond mine in her backyard. And she was in debt for 20 years, living a hard life. Didn't know diamonds was in her yard because a raw diamond looks different than if you bought it in the store. So she didn't know what that was till somebody said, wait, well, look at this. You rich, huh? And I've been struggling all this time. She's still trying to get over all those years she struggled. She hurt. All right, but it's the same way here. It's all in the body. This is the bread and butter. And meditation is the foundation of this. That's why the ancients kept showing us the staff, the spinal cord, the snakes going up. That's just a schematic. It's telling a story. That's a language. The energy must go upwards. You must deal with this. The brain's at the top, but this is the brain. It's the extension of it. The pharaoh's sitting on a, throne. They got the serpent right here at their pineal gland. People up there, how do I activate my pineal gland? I told this one person, go lose some weight. That ain't what I wanted to hear. That is what we talking about. What you think we talking about? The serpent ain't coming up, he blocked. Oh, man.
This next point is very powerful. The subconscious mind is present based. It's always in the now.
Here we go. Oh, my gosh.
The subconscious mind is present based. It's always in the now. The body is alive. It's breathing. It's always in the now.
It's always in the now. That's where it's here. Now, what's his name? Eckhart Tolle wrote that book, Being in the Now or whatever.
The Power of Now.
The Power of Now. It's a great book, but even he missed the point. It's the physical body. We know what it is. Breatharian knowledge is ahead of everybody. We might as well say it. I'm always in the present moment. Oh, man, because you in your body. Didn't I tell you I was walking the beach this morning and I was in my body? That's what I was saying. I was in the moment. You ain't even got to try hard. The body's always there. Because that's why when we say when the sun comes out, the serotonin start coming out of your pineal gland, that shows us in the moment. It's tracking all the constellations right now. It know where everything is at. This is where the power is at. Consciously, you don't know. Oh, man.
So it's the conscious mind that we need to bring down.
Right.
Perfect. Yes.
This is where it's doing its own thing.
That's where all the work is, because the conscious mind
Yep.
is always in the past or the future, and that's where the suffering arises.
That's where the suffering comes in at.
If you're stuck in the past or the future.
Whoa. And this is always in the present moment. This is where God is at.
Yes, yes, yes.
God's in the present moment. It's in your body. That's who it is. Oh, man. Did I say that? Yep. See, even the camera got excited. The wind got excited. That's our minds. It said, whoa. That's it, though. Oh, man, this is good, ain't it?
And our subconscious.
Don't worry, it's just giving us some time out to settle in everything.
Digest is done.
That's what we're doing. We're eating. We're eating mentally.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Our subconscious mind is consistently focused on the present moment.
Our subconscious mind is consistently focused on the present moment. Even when we sleep at night. That's what I told you. It don't shut off. It's right in the present moment taking care of us.
Like when you're sleeping, the breath is on, the digestion is on, the heart is pumping the blood. The body is always awake.
Taking care of us. And as soon as a person get up in the morning, they got to use the bathroom to detoxify.
Yeah.
That's what it was doing to us all night.
Yeah.
It healed you. Person starts spitting up mucus. Yeah, the body did that, saying, I got to take care of you before you die.
The subconscious mind
Right. Always in the, and let's change it with the word body.
Yeah. So our body is constantly focused on the present moment.
Our body is constantly focused on the present moment. Oh man, this is all over the place. The consciousness. Thinking about tomorrow. You don't know what tomorrow, you don't care. The physical body don't. The past, what somebody else said, that's over with. That's long gone. Your brain's still talking about it. The body don't care. It's in the present moment. It's an animal. So we like putting animals down. Like that dog walking the beach. The dog's thinking about the present moment right now.
Yeah.
This is doing the same thing. So we start appreciating animals. I'm in the present moment by being in my body. So that's what got me on the breatharian journey. People say, what got you into it? Something came to me one day that said, you got to get back in your body. That was it. That's all I needed to hear. And that was my whole journey, getting back into the body. Because the old idea, I was a priest of the church, so I know what I was teaching. I was teaching people how to get out of the body. I was teaching myself to get out of the body. It didn't matter. This is sinful. This is dirty. We don't like it. It's material. That's the greatest assassination on the planet. So the subconscious is carrying it out. I started getting sicker, weaker, life being destroyed, destroying the family, destroying your job, all of this. Until I got back in my body, everything started improving. And I brought in happiness, success, joy. You back into the body. I could see God. I was looking in the mirror one day and say, who is that? That? Wait a minute.
You are right here.
Whoa. Oh, man. This is good, ain't it?
This is why it's so important to be mindful of your inner thoughts, such as I'm successful rather than I will be successful.
Here we go. That's why it's so crucial on how you're thinking. Instead of I will be successful, I am successful. I was just talking to some group of people and they was saying something about you can have more money or be something like this. And I was like, I'm already rich. What are you talking about? Do you know who you're talking to? Right. You are. That's the mind again. Their mind is somewhere else on what they think they could do. They don't realize you're already rich.
So the mind dwells in scarcity and the subconscious is abundant.
Here we go.
Yeah.
That's something, ain't it? Say that one more time. Wait a minute. My head almost blew up. Words that go too fast at times.
So the mind, which is always in the past or the future, it's dwelling in scarcity. Whereas the body, which is the vast conscious expansion of which is manifested in the body, it's abundant.
It's abundant.
That's why you feel when you meditate, the consciousness is expanded and everything is already perfect and it's abundant. But
That's
the
something.
moment you start thinking and planning and start analyzing, the consciousness is reduced, it's contracted, and then you think it's all like very less than scarcity and stuff like that.
And we had it all wrong. We been talking about the body got all these needs. The body and the body is the one that got everything going on. It ain't worried about this world.
There are trillions of cells in the body.
Trillions.
That itself is abundance.
Oh my gosh. Right.
73 trillion cells.
Oh my gosh. She blowing my mind over here just saying that. Wait a minute.
We are rich.
We are rich.
We're rich.
73 trillion cells in our body, which are working for us every day. For
Every
us
day.
to be alive, breathe, eat.
In the present moment.
In the present moment.
Oh my gosh.
So the best example to be in the present moment is our own body.
It's our own body.
Yes, that's it.
That's it. That's something, ain't it? Oh my gosh. Oh man. This is something. And see, and that's the breatharian message. We just picked a name for it. We could have called it anything. We might change the name. We ain't gonna call it breatharianism no more. We'll call it something.
Just call it God. God.
Call it God, God body.
Yeah.
Oh man. Now this is good. Where we at now?
So are we done? Or
Now where would you at?
You're done.
Oh, now this is going to go into,
This is power.
yeah, because we want to get into the ways. We got
Yeah.
different points on
Yes.
what to do.
Yes.
See, we got to go into what to
Yeah.
do with it.
Yeah.
So-
So the title says power. Your unconscious memory is virtually perfect. It is your conscious recall that is a suspect. The function of your subconscious mind is to store and retrieve data.
Oh man, okay, let's interpret. Now they're just using that word unconscious, but it's the subconscious.
Okay.
And what did they say about that?
So it's
The memory.
Yeah, it's virtually perfect.
The memory is virtually perfect. So the memory, let's interpret. The memory that's in the body is perfect.
Yeah.
It got really what happened. But it's the
Yeah.
consciousness, the suspect.
Yeah.
That's the liar right there.
Yeah. So one of the spiritual gurus says all your thoughts are a lie.
All your thoughts is a lie. That's why those people talk about eat some fish oil, they lying. The body don't know nothing about that.
All thoughts are lie.
Vitamins, minerals, they lying. The body is already in the moment. It's like, what are you talking about? I just got done meditating. What are you talking about? I'm filled with energy.
What you said earlier so that
All thoughts are lie.
In other words, it's over exaggerating. You don't know what it's talking about. That's why we started out by saying, what do you really know? What do you really know? Compared to what's given to us and we're just talking. See, even on levels when I say there's molecules in the air and they speed it up, I don't know that. You know, at the end of the day, that's why Breatharian is just greatest skeptic. The photons is touching the skin to make vitamin D. I really don't know that.
I came up with a quote. So there's a quote that says, if you're trying to understand mind, if you're trying to understand the consciousness with the mind, it is like you're trying to light up the sun with a candle.
That's something, ain't it? Say that one more time. My head almost blew up again.
So if you're trying to understand consciousness with your mind, it is exactly the same as if you're trying to light up a candle, light up the sun with a candle.
Light up the sun with a candle. Try to understand the consciousness with your mind. Whoa, that's the truth. So even on the Breatharian knowledge or how we're trying to teach it, we're trying to teach on a level where people can understand. Even when I'm teaching, I don't have words for it. It's still foolishness. I talk about my own teachings. It's foolishness. We're just walking people into it. That's all on what you can understand. Oh man, that's wild, ain't it? Doing the best we can.
So the Qigong, when we are doing it, it's at an experiential level. It's going much deeper, you know.
Yeah, going much deeper.
Yeah.
That's what we was talking about when we was walking up here, me and Lou Miller. Every time you go into a Qigong, a meditation, there's a lot more going on than what you can even comprehend.
It's directly working with subconscious.
Directly working with the subconscious. And that's what we want, the expansion of consciousness. It's opening up energy channels. That's why you start becoming smarter. Yeah, don't you want to be smarter? We don't want to be stupid. Start getting closed in, can't think. There's a saying that says a angry, fearful person blows dreams. They all blocked up, can't see the vision. A people without a vision will be destroyed. Like people say, how you open up your third eye? Well, you can't even see. For number one, we ain't talking spooky about it. First of all, get in your subconscious. Get back into the body. That's how you open it up. Meditate. But I know people did it before. I say this all the time. They'll run to somebody to go open up their third eye, pay all that money. and they touched them and they felt something. And all they did was get shut down again. It's up to you to keep your energy channels open.
Well, like when I go to this island in Polynesia, people don't know to read, people don't never open a book, and they still are very intelligent. Intelligent from the heart.
Right. Because even when we got that IQ test, there's many different types of IQs, but it is based that one off of two different things. But there's many IQs. You got somebody who will know the jungle and the forest and will teach you how to live, got a very high IQ. So what, they don't know a computer. That's
Also, research says the electromagnetic field of a heart is 1,000 times more than the brain.
More than the brain, coming out from the
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
So that's why when you look at the, how should we say this? The energy field coming off the body, the heart is coming out more, but it's sort of like an amplifier
Yeah.
because it is beating, sending out that signal. Now they say that this is where the thinking is happening, the commander, but that's giving it, putting it out there to come through the body. Now let's look at that word heart again. Let's don't look at the heart just as being this.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the heart.
Yeah.
See, we gotta stop playing with words and start making it all unified again. The heart is your whole body. That's how you open up your heart. The foot, the leg, the hand, everything's healthy, online. That's the fullness of it. That's the mind, that's the consciousness. We just playing with words, breaking it up. It's all one. That's the oneness, that's unity. And then it start being your environment. Oh man. That's wild, ain't it? No negativity in it. Why should it? You just can't think all positive. Yeah, you can. Why would you think negative? All right, what else we got?
So now we have some ways on how to do this.
Ways on how to do this.
Your daily exercise routine should include meditation techniques.
Listen at this. Stop right there for a minute. Your daily exercise routine should include meditation techniques. That's what they said. And meditation is the foundation of the Breatharian journey. Why shouldn't it be? I used to have people try to argue with me on that. But they wasn't Breatharian. They just talking. They just lazy and don't understand the knowledge. And they ain't even in the game right now, so they might as well go sit down and quit. And I've been meditating all this time. I just get stronger and stronger each time looking at them. I'm going to leave you. Next time we meet, I'm going to be different.
So the second is visualization. You should also spend a part of your day practicing visualization.
Visualization. So meditation is daily. And then practice visualization. What are you seeing? Because you see in pictures. What are you picturing? Visualizing. Oh man, I visualize a good day all the time. I don't let negative stuff get in there. Oh man, that's powerful, ain't it?
Very, very powerful.
Is it same as dreaming?
Huh?
Is it same as dreaming?
Yeah. We might as well put them together. Visualizing. The internal vision, which is the external vision. That's why they got Yoga Nidra again, why it's so powerful. You're sitting there basically, are you dreaming or are you sleeping? They're one and the same. This is a dream. And like they used to say, a person who just looks at themselves as being straight up physical is living in a nightmare. We always changing things, dreaming it into existence. You're a creator. Oh man.
It takes you to the future or the past. Like visualization of the present, it's fine, but dreaming takes you to the future most often.
Right.
But it's a positive future that you're aspiring or you're setting up. For example, he's here in the man. He had to envision that for him to be able to sit there.
Yeah.
He had envisioned that he may have a society, he could have that colour, he could have that.
Right.
Yeah, but
So-
even if it's positive, we are missing the beauty of the present. We are leaving the present.
No, but it doesn't say you to visualize day and night. Maybe you can just take 15 minutes out because wherever you are, everyone has some goals and dreams and desires. So if you take 15 minutes out and just tune in with your subconscious and visualize what would be your day like when you're already that.
I know where you're getting at, because this is going to go in a circle. All right. We're not saying don't think of a future at all, or what you want to create. You're bringing things forth. So you're visualizing it to bring it forth. See, on one level, like they say in quantum physics, say you got say my room right now. My room is not there until somebody observes it. Until I get back, that's where it shows up. It ain't even there right now. But as I go back, heading back towards my room, for me to even think about it, it's already in my mind. I'm bringing it forth. This is what we're saying. That's so we won't make it so difficult. So you are creating your future. We're just not saying don't live in the future like most people don't, and don't pay no attention to where you at. See, it's sort of like before I came into this knowledge. I was always living on when I'm supposed to create, but I didn't care nothing about my physical body. I didn't care about what I ate. I didn't know nothing about meditation. So I'm out of the body and I'm getting kicked out more and more. But the average person, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to create. And that's where the problem is at. But when I put this as priority, that's secondary. You are creating a life, or it wouldn't exist, if that makes any sense. And your past is to what? Learn from. Don't do it again. So it's going to be reminding you of stuff. We're not saying just don't go back drooling on it and stuff. You learn from it. That's what Buddha was saying when his past was coming up in him. He resolved it because he got an understanding on why those things take place. Then that brings more light into the body.
Become wiser, not wounded.
Right. Wiser and not winded.
Wounded. Become wiser, not wounded.
Wiser, not wounded. So you're putting it all together, but you're living in the present moment. But you're also a creator for futures. And you also what? Got wiser from your past. You're going on. Oh man, you're one entity. We're not saying make this life boring. Because we can stop right there if I just got to sit on it. See, the old spirituality is have somebody sitting on the mountain, not doing nothing. And that's a turn off for everybody. You'd be glad to see them for a minute, but you'd be like, oh, stay there on the mountain. I want to go create something. Come up off the mountain. Go create you a good family. This is what we're saying. We know how to do it instead of playing around. Well, maybe if we, expectations and all this, but that's a whole other lesson. All right, let's.
So the next one is,
Yeah.
Next one is affirmation.
Affirmations, here we go. Very powerful. And the one I was listening this morning, Walking the Beach, is my favorite. I am happy. I am whole. Everything is beautiful. Everything is good. That's what I was listening to this morning. I'm not making that up. And I do it mostly every morning. Now I said mostly because I got other ones. It's in a long list. I could do anything. Life is beautiful.
And as you're saying, it's creating a vibration within your body also.
It's creating a vibration.
Like you're directly communicating with the cells.
Right. That's why they even go as far as to say the music you listen to starting out the day, set your vision on how you're looking at the day. There's a difference. You're playing a rough song, I hate this city and I just want to leave. You waking up, putting on your clothes, I ain't taking nothing today. That's how you see in the world. Oh man. Here we go. They got, in this age we in now, oh my God. YouTube, for instance. You got so many affirmations. There's nowhere in the world you shouldn't be able to reprogram yourself. They got some so far out there. I gave this one girl that her head almost blew up. I didn't know you could think like that. She loving every bit of it. She didn't know that. I'm a goddess. I could do this. That's what it was telling her. But we was taught on the old spirituality, you ain't supposed to say I. You ain't supposed to be into yourself, ego. So we made that even look bad. So you ain't supposed to think that way. Why not? You're expensive. You know you are. Stop thinking that way. Have some value with yourself. If you don't give yourself value, nobody else will. High price. Oh, man. All right, let's grow.
Repeat for results. Says the next one.
Which one?
Repeat for results. Repetition.
And repeat for results. Repetition. That's how you program the subconscious. Repetition, whether it's an action or the repeated thought. Here we go. Oh, man. Gotta be there. Over and over and over.
It's like a muscle. The more you train, the stronger it becomes.
Just like a muscle. Here we go. All right. Now listen at this fifth one.
Next one is my favorite, personal favorite, music.
Music. And music is at the 7th level of yoga. So this is a yoga message. Music. Because this is an instrument, it's giving off a vibration. Why wouldn't it be? And the music you listen to means a lot on what you're visualizing, what's coming out of the body, how you see in the world. This is part of the Breatharian message. Music got something to do with Breatharianism? Yes. Oh, man. This is good, ain't it? We didn't know all of this. We're bringing it all back down to earth to recreate another human being. Now listen at this other one.
The next one says, sleep on it.
Sleep on it. Oh, man. I know you want to say something. What?
Don't be impulsive and go in that emotional way.
Right.
Sleep on it.
Sleep on it. Take your dream to sleep with you. Sleep on it. Let it formulate.
Yeah.
Right? We are creating. Even a breatharian, you got to be a breatharian before you become one. Oh, man. Now, most jobs I had in my life, it was either starting one or I ended up being a supervisor in some certain companies. Now, how did I do that? And it wasn't that I knew more than anybody else. Now, I learned this. I learned it. Anyway, I started functioning within a position before I got the position. I functioned in a position before I got the position. One time I was a mold setter at this plastic company. I bought a big toolbox, the one with the wheels, before I even became a mold setter. Had over $500 worth of tools in there. Now that's how arrogant. I already had the toolbox looking like I was a foreman. It got to the point I started learning. Started fitting into the position. Pretty soon you made supervisor. Pretty soon you had your own chef. I was already functioning before I became one. People will come in new asking me what to do. I didn't know. But I was already in the role. That's how you should do on life. Be in a role before you get there. I want to become a breatharian. You already won. That's the way you got to think. This don't mean nothing, even though you're still eating it. I don't need to eat this. This is just an illusion. That's how you need to start talking to yourself. Whoa. Let's roll with it.
Next one is really good as well. It says, indulge in art.
Here we go. Indulge in art. Not just do art. Indulge means
Get involved in art, create some kind of art.
fully immerse yourself in it. Because life is art. See, art, they'll show you there's no mistakes. I was in this painting class and I was like, oh, I came outside the
Even
lines.
the street itself is an art.
That's art. All of them different ways on how they twist and turn. There ain't no mistakes. So even on the breatharian journey, there is no mistakes on your path. I was talking to one person, they said I was doing 5 days. The 5th day, I broke the journey. I did this, I did that. I said, you didn't break the journey, you're still on the journey.
Part of the journey.
That's part of the journey. That's how you got to think. There's people actually beating up on themselves because of that. What did you expect? That's part of the journey. Nature put that in you. Well, we don't want to talk on that level. Nature gave you the idea to even get on the journey. So to take you off to the pit stops, nature gave you that idea too. Oh man, that's a whole nother lesson. We'll bring that up one day. All right.
Next is combat resistance.
and combat resistance. Yeah, there's going to be those days you got to roll up your sleeves. We got to admit.
Would you say
Combat resistance. Overcome.
Resistance. You have to fight for resistance.
Right. So in other words, that's how you start developing your, how should we say, your discipline. So somebody was just asked me on social media, I've been doing 3-day fasts at a time and I mastered that. Can you give me any advice on how to go further? I said, do 3.5 days.
That was an amazing advice.
Right.
Like we were speaking yesterday, even if you're doing like a half-day progression, that's still like you're combating it,
That's
right?
still a combatment, right? Here we go. There's some girl in Mumbai, she had trouble doing a whole day fast. And I said, do half a day. I could do half a day, yeah. That's all she needed to hear. And it wasn't long before she was able to do a full day. But that's all she needed to hear. We keep, don't over push it, but you start resisting. Find out where you at. Be honest with it. And watch yourself grow from there. And then if you're going to do a 3-day, do a 3-day. If you're going to do a 2-day, do a 2-day. Yeah, those moments will come and say, all right, come on now. Don't listen to Ellie Tommy, crazy anyway. Don't listen to those crazy people. You can get away with this. No, we'll do it afterwards. That's the way you talk to yourself. All right.
What is this 52-week program?
Oh, that's probably, let me see here. So I'll be writing my notes. All right. Now that's something else. We can stop right there so we can go into our microcosmic orbit. Well, thank you. Thanks for the wonderful reading. The subconscious. That's where the ball game is all at, which is our physical body. So we can be clear. You program this, everything else goes smoothly. You try to come the other route, it's going to be a big fight. Because people do starve to death. Why is that? The body think you're trying to kill it. It don't know what you're trying to do. It's going off of the last program. If you don't eat, you'll die. You didn't reprogram it. So it's going to make your person lose what? A lot of weight, starvation, and it'll kill you. But if it has a new program, it ain't going to turn out like that. That's the difference between fasting and living on prana. Living on prana, the subconscious mind's been programmed. Whoa. Here we go. They even told us one time, milk builds strong bones. You ever heard of that? I grew up with that. Milk builds strong bones. That was a program.
Has a lot of calcium in it. Stuff.
Told us everything why.
Yeah.
That's a program. That's all it was. Until somebody challenged it. They was first laughed at. Yeah, vegetarians was laughed at first. And then vegans came on to say no animal byproducts at all. It was laughed at. And those are other programs. A program coming on top of the program. And whoever subconscious body was able to pick it up, that's who started living it. Oh man. That's something, ain't it? You're going from one program to another. The Breatharian knowledge ain't no different. You ain't got to tell people you got to eat something. You can say you're exactly right. I didn't say you wasn't eating nothing. It's all about energy. What are you talking about? You start talking about more common sense. And the more you can walk people with common sense, they'll understand you. I was at the beach one time, and a group of men all had beers in their hand, doing their thing. But once they heard about me and heard me talking, they was telling me the process. They know what it is. They know what it takes. I shut up after a while. Everybody know what it is. Or what you want to create. And especially a person that's athletic. The one guy, he's in bodybuilding, but once he started hearing the movies talk about the mind, consciousness, he understood that the mind could do anything if you put it into the mind. Just by being an athlete. Oh, I can see that. You just don't want to pull that off. Now, I learned one dealing with you don't need to breathe. And I even know the science of it. I heard it. I ain't ready for that one yet. I know the science. I just ain't feeling it yet. Until I feel it, then we'll go there. But once I go there, I know I'm going to pull it off. It's right there. All depends what you want to do with it. Oh, man. This is good, ain't it? So now we're going to do some microcosmic orbits.